Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Daily Race. We are back at Le Mans. We are in the GT2 cars and I have chosen the Mercedes SLK AMG as it is one of my personal favourite cars in this game. It is a 5-lap race around the circuit. We have got the racing medium tyres, the intermediates and the heavy wets. As with everyone who should know by now, this is a dynamic weather race, so the strategy will all rely on how much it's going to rain on your race. So it's going to be hopefully an exciting week for this Daily Race C. So anyway guys, if you like what you see and like these lap guides helps you and etc, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel, as it will really help my channel out. I'm on the way to 1,000 subscribers and I need as much support as possible. Anyway guys, let's crack on with it and let's do the lap guide for you. So as we're going over the home straight at just over 118 miles an hour, blasting it round to the first right-hander, your braking point is literally just after you straighten up, which is like just before the total sign or that like little white part on the barrier to your right. But you want to be pretty much straighten up, full braking power, right down into first gear. So you want to take this as much slowly as you can, about 70 miles an hour-ish. Cut the first apex, then cut the second apex. Easy on the acceleration, back out into second gear. So if not, you will spin out quite easily. Then your next braking point is just after this red like little cone barrier, what you want to call it, on your right. Again, it's pretty much when you have straightened up before the left corner. Straight down into third gear, get close as you can to the apex, cut that nicely, then accelerate back out. The aerodynamics will hopefully take the grip round for the next two corners. And then your next braking point is either the beginning of the blue little section on your right, or the gap in between the trees when it leaves your screen on the left, or the blue leaves on the right. There's a little bit of braking and throttle control. And just make sure that all your tyres do not go over the apex on the left, or else you will get a traffic penalty. The further you go out, the bigger the penalty. So your next braking point is quite before the 100-meter board, but in the race there is a green marshal on the left. He is your braking point. So about in the qualifiers, 150 meters, full braking power down into second gear, cut a bit of the first apex, little bit off the second, and then gradual speed out. Make sure you straighten up, or else again you can easily spin out in second gear. Then your next braking point is the 100-meter board on your right. When that leaves your screen, full braking power down into second gear, but you might have to start lifting off a little bit just to get more rotation. Keep it nice and steady. Then nicely click the curve, and then again ease your way onto the acceleration on your way out. That's another corner that you can easily spin out if you put too much acceleration on. Then your next braking point is the yellow barrier on the left, or the end of the shadow of the trees in front of you. Full braking power right down into first gear, bit of rotation into second gear before you exit out. And then again take it steady again, because you could easily spin out on pretty much all these corners. Then your next braking point is just before the apex ends. Again, you want to be careful not to go full braking power, so you just want to do a quick 50%, straighten up, full braking power into second gear. And then again, as you can see right there, nearly spun it. So again, be careful when you exit corners. Then your next braking point is the second Gan sign. When that literally leaves your screen, full braking power down into first gear again. Take it nice and steady out. There we go, smashing. Then bomb it up here. And then your next braking point is the first Goodyear sign on your left. Again, drop it down into fifth gear, and a little bit of light braking for just to slow the car down a little bit, about 50%, then drop it down just to balance and keep the car right hand side. and then it is then basically throttle control and braking control all through these corners, just to keep it nice and steady. Down into 4th gear for this corner, again keep it as much as you can to the apex on the right, then try and flick it in and try and get to the apex on the left, but I turned it a bit too late, which did cost me some time. Then your next braking point is the barrier of the dark and grey section is just afterwards. Full braking power down to 3rd gear, pretty much coast it over these next 2 corners, then drop it down into 1st gear, quite cut the first one, be careful on the second, and be careful accelerating back out again, because I've spun out many times on that last corner. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this lap guide helps you out. Here's your lap guide. I have sped up the straights for you, so you don't have to watch. No, wait, never watch. But watch out for my streams on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at around 6:30. Come on, and I can support my channel. And I hope everyone has a lovely week, and I will see you soon. Take care.